This is really famous for its street food and its sweets, rolls, biryani, all that stuff. I really like all of that, but there's one thing that I like more than everything else. And we went out yesterday and we got a little bit from a shop nearby here, which is really good. We need to build this up a little bit. Ta-da-da-da. This right here, this is a kheer kodam. So I'm a sucker for sweets. I have an incredible sweet tooth, and Bengali sweets I love, but this here is my absolute favorite, and I'll show you why. Before anybody says that this looks like a boiled egg, let me tell you that it's rasgulla on the inside with sandesh on the outside. Hello everyone, it's about 6 in the morning on the 11th of July and it's finally time to leave Calcutta. When I first got here, I intended to not ride back to Chennai. I wanted to put the bike on a train, package up most of my luggage, send it off by a cheaper packaging service, and then take the train back, put the bike in the brake van and do that for the first time ever. But as I tried to make that happen, it proved to be logistically a huge challenge. I tried using Gati to do that, but service was just pathetic. It was terrible. And then for the train thing, they want me to bring the bike a day before and bring the luggage a day before and then go back the next day for it, and my train ticket was not confirmed. It was a lot of chaos. It wasn't going particularly smoothly, so eventually I just decided that I will ride back. Don't know whether that's the smartest thing, but that's what's happening now. Some of the stuff subsequently got packed up and it's been sent off with a different courier back to Chennai. So it's a fairly simple luggage setup now, which will hopefully keep things quick and easy for this part of the trip. The idea is to just ride back as quickly as possible, straight line, and keep going as far as I can. Alright, what? 1700 something kilometers?
Yeah, 1700. Long way.
Long way.
Long way.
But we shall do it. Alright, thank you for everything. See you. Let's do this. The distance between Calcutta and Chennai is a little under 1800 kilometers. The last time I rode this route, I took nearly 7 days to get home because of a few breakdowns along the way. This time though, I intended to divide it into two parts, approximately 900 kilometers to Visakhapatnam and a further 870 or so to Chennai, and cover the distance over just 2 days. About 500 kilometers done, all long hauls today. I did 100 from Cal, took a short break, another 150, tanked up on fuel, and then I did 250 to cross Bhubaneswar. Just stopped to get some lunch, which was again a fairly quick stop at this tiny dhaba type place here. It's called Mandakini. It's about 50 kilometers beyond Bhubaneswar towards Vizag. Lovely thali. I could eat only half of it because otherwise I'm going to fall asleep. But I'll ride another 50-60, stop for fuel again, and then do another long haul stretch. So usually whenever I'm looking for a place to stop and eat, I look for a place where the bike will also have shade, and which is why. So the choice is made based on bike parking rather than anything else. Since the Thunderbird isn't a particularly fast motorcycle, when I'm trying to cover long distances, it's less about speed and more about maintaining a consistent pace. The bike is usually most comfortable to ride between the 90 to 100 kilometers per hour mark. I just had to hold it there and keep chugging along while trying to take as few breaks as possible. Simply put, it was a game of endurance. So I just crossed the border into Andhra Pradesh. Do you notice something missing? This, our little friend from here, just snapped off. These are the Thunderbird X mirrors, and they've been quite disappointing. They've not been able to handle vibrations. So this one is just snapped off, and this one is eternally loose. It just can't tighten, keeps slipping. So effectively, I no longer have rear view mirrors, which is not at all ideal on these highways. But there isn't anything I can do. I've got another 200 and something to Visakhapatnam. I think that's how far I'll get today. And now I'm gonna have to get used to riding without mirrors. Hidden inside these bushes, I found the milestone. Chennai is 999, finally under 1,000 kilometers away. In 2017, when I was riding back, it took me 5 days to get to this milestone because the bike broke down at Kharagpur, and then 2 days there, and then so much drama happened. Today it's been 1 day. We've got here after losing just one mirror so far, and another 154 to Visakhapatnam. I was lucky that the nice weather seemed to follow me throughout day one. Sheltered from the sun by overcast skies, I rode across West Bengal, Odisha, and a part of AP within a span of 13 hours. And the ride itself had been more pleasant than I'd expected. "5 a.m. in Visakhapatnam. This view, I remember this view. A lot has changed around here. They've built stuff. This used to be just a beach. But the sun is just coming up. The motorcycle is ready to go. Day 2 begins now. Let's do this. The short break of journey in Visakhapatnam achieved its intended purpose. Now somewhat recharged, I was ready to begin the assault again. I've ridden these kind of distances in a day before, but never done such long hauls on consecutive days, primarily because they are quite taxing on the body. The Thunderbird is said to be a highway cruiser, but believe me when I tell you, the vibrations that travel through this Royal Enfield at higher revs makes it difficult to do any real cruising. Distances like these can be a bit brutal. That doesn't have anything about Chennai, but I just crossed Ongole, so it's about 300 and something away. I didn't really shoot much on the GoPro because it hung again. I've realized that the culprit is this mic adapter. I think this is the problem because every time I connect it, the camera is hanging. So I'm not going to connect it now, which is why I've not been connecting it. But then I wanted to do some talking in the helmet and I tried connecting it again and the camera hung again. Anyway, brutally hot today, but it looks a lot more cloudy on that side, a lot more dense. So I'm hoping as I go further south, it's going to get a bit cooler. This is that time when you need to motivate yourself to keep going. After doing more than 1,000 kilometers, I'm quite tired. My arm is actually hurting, the right arm, keeping the throttle twisted on the Thunderbird. Ouch. It's painful. But just about 300 something more to go. And 300 something more to go. Take a few breaks, pace ourselves, and get there somehow or the other today. The good thing is even if it gets dark, as I get close to Chennai, it's home turf, so I can do that last stretch. But I need to keep going. After nearly 2 months on the road, riding across countries in all kinds of weather and through unbelievable terrain, only a few hundred kilometers now remain. As much fun as this adventure had been, by this time, there was only one thing I was looking forward to: the familiarity of being home. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Back in Chennai city. This is the end of yet another adventure. I don't even know what to say right now. I don't even know what I'm thinking. Chennai to Ladakh in 2016. Chennai to the northeast and back in 2017. The southern road trip in 2018, and now from here in the south of India all the way to Nepal and Bhutan, even though I didn't get to see Bhutan, but technically I did enter Bhutan, and all the way back home, thousands and thousands of kilometers. And this time it's not just a number of states, it's also multiple countries, border crossings, all of that. Ooh, familiar bikes. This part of the Tour of Two Kingdoms is over. Well done, Faith. Apart from losing a mirror and a couple of small other things, she handled it well, much better than I expected.